Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Mark, aka Power Made Flesh of No Original Stories. My channel likes to explore the concept that stories are a retelling of the stars, hence the word Starries. This is the year of the dragon, and I've been outlining this year that we're seeing a lot of dragon-related activity in the merchandise, products, events going on. Dragons are symbolic of, or bridges are related to dragon symbolism. So you're seeing a lot of stories where there's a dragon. One of the first things they'll do is destroy a bridge, like Godzilla, Pacific Rim. Even dragon personified characters will fight on the bridge. I know you see 2024, the year of the dragon. We had a couple bridge events already. And that's just to give you an example of the kind of things I explore in this channel. With it being the year of the dragon, we're also seeing a lot of monkey activity, as I've been outlining. I'm working on a series about the Monkey King, or Sun Wukong, and the monkey and the dragon being a symbol of the end of a period, the end of an age. Well, we're seeing a lot of monkey merchandise, as I've been outlining: Godzilla x Kong, Planet of the Apes, and I've done a good fair share of Monkey King or monkey related concepts in the beginning of this year, but we're seeing more with Mufasa coming out. Mufasa being a play on the golden child, Simba, and the monkey is what blesses them. The monkey, the cat, and the dragon are heavily related. So you're having Black Panther's story being a retelling of the Lion King story, the Lion King story being a retelling of the golden child or the Monkey King, just swapped where the cat is the golden child. Well, with that being said, there's a movie coming out, A Quiet Place, during the year of the dragon. And immediately I could tell from the trailer that it's a story about the chosen one, the golden child. It even has the name one in the title, where it's called A Quiet Place Day One. And the one is letting me know that I should be thinking about the chosen one, the anomaly, the special, the Monkey King. And sure enough, the main character is a Monkey King character, where they have the golden child kind of aura and appearance to them in their outfit. Whether the actress was chosen for this or not, we'll explore that in this video. But the trailer starts off with her walking in Chinatown, highlighting that we should be thinking about China and the Zodiac and the golden child. And this movie is about aliens that are personifying the dragon. I think in the first couple of films, it was hinted that they're representing the dragon. And Emily Blunt, I think, and John, I'm not sure if his name is John. Yeah, John, are the people that fight against the dragon. But there's a couple scenes in the original film that take place on bridges, because dragons and bridges have this symbolism together, where the dragon will often be fought on, fight, or destroy a bridge. And in this trailer for this upcoming one, sure enough, they showed the bridges getting destroyed, which is kind of a pre-echo to what a lot of people think may happen in our real world, being so that is the year of the dragon. We might see some more significant bridges come down. But anyway, we have this character, Lupita Nyong. She's from Kenya. Well, she's Kenyan Mexican, a unique combination, right? How many people know a person who's Kenyan from Mexico? Not a lot, right? So I think I don't only look at it as that's just a coincidence. I say there's probably a little bit more to it. When I hear the word Mex, I also think about X, the pole star, the North Star, and Polaris, the North Star, is at the heart of monkey versus dragon. So it makes sense kind of with her character or the archetype that's coming out. And then Ken is also, the Kenya is a word or name that's associated with the dragon. We have Ken Drake versus Draken, two dragons battling it out, double dragon, on the world stage this year. But I just thought that was interesting about her name. Another thing that stands out about this actress is, there's a lot of actors and actresses that came out over the last couple of years. And if you don't think that it's a rigged game, you should either these people have the best agents, or, there's got to be a little bit more to it, because there's just some actors and actresses that are just, they've only been out for a couple years and then they're headlining back to back to back to back. But we have her outfits that she's usually shown in are also going to be golden or yellow or like this beige color, kind of highlighting that she is the golden child, the golden character, right? She even is shown winning an Oscar or a Golden Globe. This is kind of, whenever I see her, she kind of has this aura of golden glow or Golden Globe or Golden Child-esque character to her. Even her skin, she has really nice skin that kind of has this glow. Another thing that's interesting about her or noticeable to her to me is she kind of has this dualistic gender view where she looks like both masculine and feminine. And this is something that we kind of see very often in our world with these golden child Monkey King characters. As I've been outlining, whenever you have the Monkey King, they might be dual genders where it might be a female and the voice actor might be a male or might be a trans character. This is a very common thing. Like a Naruto character will have female voice actors. They play around with this gender because the Monkey King or the Golden Child is a character who represents the passing the torch from one age to another. And often this is done from male to female or female to male. But to kind of hide that story, they kind of give us these dualistic characters, these two poles, this Polaris character where they're both kind of genders, not by coincidence. That's done by design in the Golden Child. And any character who's ever played a Golden Child, they'll either have two poles where they'll be very good and then very evil, or two poles where they'll be masculine and feminine. And this is kind of shown in this character. But anyway, this place, A Quiet Place, this film, A Quiet Place, Day One, it's being released on the Year of the Dragon, and the Monkey King is in it. And, you know, I can just tell all that from the trailer. We see a lot of other stories coming out, like this Furiosa, the Furiosa character having the one arm or the gauntlet, which is something that you see a lot of times with the Monkey King character. Thanos carries the gauntlet. We even see that kind of character is both dualistic or androgynous, where they kind of have features of both a male and a female. The actor could even be trans. And they do this intentionally to tell a deeper story, and just in the casting, but also in the character that's on screen. And, you know, for that new Furiosa movie, we have the actress or actor, you know, who's kind of dualistic. It could be either one or the other. I wouldn't be surprised if years from now we find out that it's actually a man. But opposite the villain is Chris Hemsworth, not by coincidence. Chris the Hemsworth. And we see Chris Hemsworth in a lot of these dualistic films where the torch is being passed from male to female. In the Thor movie that happened, in the new Transformers 1 movie, not by coincidence, you know, him and Brian Tyree are playing Optimus and Megatron. And sometimes we see Optimus represented as a monkey and Megatron represented as a dragon, the Monkey King or the dragon. And the Transformers films do this a lot, where Hot Rod, the Phoenix or the Monkey King, versus Unicron, the dragon, was kind of what brought us into this new age. But I see, you know, I can just tell from the set design, from the spirit of this new film, A Quiet Place Day One, that they're playing on this Golden Child, Monkey King esque kind of story going on. And this is reinforced by the characters surrounding her. She has a cat. Often the Monkey King will have a cat or date a cat. Like Aang the Airbender is dating Katara, right? Kitten. Liu Kang, the monkey, is dating the monk, and the dragon is dating Katana, Kitten. And you see the dragon, the monkey, and the cat are often related in this circle of golden monkey, golden dragon, or golden cat. And in this story, she's holding a cat, you know, not by coincidence. But then also the guy that's surrounding her, there's a black actor, I'm not sure his name, but he's put there for that kind of reason as well, to reinforce the Monkey Child, the Monkey King. And this is done even in the Star Wars films, where you have Rey Skywalker being the Monkey Child or the Monkey King, and they pair John Boyega next to her to kind of reinforce that. And the surrounding cast of that story are also other animals from Journey to the West or Monkey King or the Golden Child kind of storyline. So you'll often see that in the Golden Child, you'll have black and white kind of mixing it up. Black and Chinese kind of mixing it up to reinforce you should be thinking monkey, like Eddie Murphy and the Golden Child, and the villain they fight is the dragon. And that same actor, Charles Dance, is often in stories where he's playing the dragon. Not by coincidence. My belief is that actors are chosen for roles based off of what they represent in the sky. But also surrounding this character, Lupita Nyong, is an actor named Joseph Quinn. Joseph or Joe is a name that you often will see in characters playing the monkey. Joe, George, James. These are often monkey character names. But he also happens to be the dragon. His last name is Quinn. Quinn is a name that we often see playing the dragon, not for that reason, we have the Joker movie coming out with Harley Quinn during the Year of the Dragon, not by coincidence. Quinn is the name of the villain in Enter the Badlands versus Sonny the Monkey King. Quinn is the name of Christian Bale's character versus the dragon. So Quinn is the name you should always associate with the dragon. Quincy Jones may enter The Last Dragon. In all of Bad Boy Records, most of their groups, there's also always going to be a character named Q. Bad Boy is the dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon. P. Diddy Kong. So you often will see this Q being associated with the dragon. And that should help you think about the rationale of that Q psyop that was going on, and how big that will play in the dragon, the use during the Year of the Dragon, I think. But anyway, one thing that I want to reinforce is this actress, Lupita Nyong, is associated with gold, the Golden Child, in multiple films and multiple set pieces and multiple photo shoots. It's always highlighted that she's the Golden Child. And then she also has this duplicitous gender role where she has very masculine and feminine features in her face, both by design, even in her body and appearance. She has very feminine features in her body, but also masculine features in her body. And that's something you should expect of the Golden Child, for her to be duplicitous. The actor who played, or actress who played the Golden Child in the Eddie Murphy film, years later, turns out was a female. And everyone's surprised by that, but that's done intentionally. If you're following any of my Monkey King gender series, you'll see that this is kind of always played where the torch is passed from male to female, but also the Monkey King could also be duplicitous in both, being androgynous where it's male and female. But anyway, that'll lead us into the Black Panther. This actor is Black Panther's love interest. And we see in Black Panther, the torch is passed from male to female, not by coincidence, not because the actor died. This is always the plan, because he's the Golden Child, the Monkey King. The torch was passed to Shuri, and she gets the gauntlets, right, in her arms, like the Monkey King, like Thanos' glove or gauntlet. But this character is one of the Monkey King females to highlight and reinforce that. The female king, or the woman king, is kind of playing in that storyline. We see that other characters have this kind of Monkey King look in her in the Black Panther, where you have Okoye with the spear, the staff, the Monkey King, but also her. She has this kind of forget what these weapons are called. These discs that she throws, that she fights with, like the Predator, and not by coincidence. These females have Predator-esque appearance, because the Predator is also a Monkey King story. And there's one movie where the Predator is fighting Danny Glover, and Danny Glover's appearance and look mirrors this Lupita character in this The Quiet Place film. And it's because they have the same spirit. The spirit of the Monkey King is what's driving these stories. And they have the same weapon, same outfit, the Golden Child appearance, the Golden Monkey King. And they also have this mirrored powder scene. And the same thing happens to Danny Glover in multiple of his films. He's in one film, 2012, where the Monkey King, or the monk, is standing on the top of the mountain, kind of initiating us to the new age. But Danny Glover is the president. And you can kind of see whenever you have this end of the world, there's going to be a Monkey King president, like Deep Impact, two suns in the sky, or two eyes in the sky. And Morgan Freeman's the president. And Morgan Freeman being associated with Outbreak, the monkey. Even in, there was a Tom Cruise film Oblivion, where he was kind of leading the monkey crew on the ground. And Tom Cruise found him and to kind of help beat the AI alien in the sky. But you see that, these actors are recycling roles throughout various films based off of what they represent in mythology, what they represent in stories of old, what they represent in the sky. They're assigned roles based off of what they represent. And this is being demonstrated in this character, Lupita Nyong, as she's the Golden Child, or associated with the Golden Child in various roles. In The Jungle Book is one movie, and that story is about Mowgli, a personification of a monkey who's overcoming the other monkeys in the jungle. So you kind of see that same kind of story going on. But there's a lot of other stories with her in it. that are kind of playing on this Golden Child monkey-esque feel. She's also in The Woman King, and Viola Davis is playing in that film, but she's also one of the side characters. And I outlined this thing here where this movie being called Day One, we have Godzilla -1 that recently came out. Godzilla is about the dragon, and I'm not sure. I think he goes gold in that movie. So you have the Golden Dragon. Then you have this story called, during being released during the Year of the Dragon, which is called A Quiet Place Day One. And we have the Golden Monkey King fighting the dragons. And then you also have this new Transformers film coming out where, I've outlined that Optimus and Megatron are both a play on the dragon and the monkey. And, they're going to become who they become in that film, but that's called One. We also have the movie The One with Jet Li that was released years ago in 201. 201's heavily associated with the monkey and the dragon, but that was released in 201. And Jet Li is also a character who also plays the Monkey King, so he goes back and forth. In Rush Hour, he fights Danny Glover, the monkey versus the dragon, not by coincidence. That movie starts off with a fire dragon burning down something in the form of a man who's a villain with a flamethrower for no reason, destroying the city. But you have, Jet Li playing that role. Then you have Neo in The Matrix, who's kind of both the dragon and the monkey. Also the tortoise and the hare, and him and Morpheus. But he's the one, and they even add this Asian character to personify the monk in that film. There's even a little boy who's the monk who helps him bend the spoon or something like that. But it's reinforcing that the dragon and the monk, and then the dragon is personified in the vampires versus Neo. And he's the one, the anomaly. So you're always going to see that the one is associated with this Monkey King versus Dragon story at the heart of it. You even have Mortal Kombat 1. The series was, went up to 11, I think, and then they said, let's just reset it and call it 1. And 1, you have Liu Kang, who's the anomaly, the chosen one, the special, who's both the monkey, the monk, and also the dragon. And when he maximizes that, he becomes a fire dragon, but also a Mercurial god, where he has lightning and fire. He's kind of the anomaly or the special. But then what's interesting is Shang Tsung, the name having sun in it, is both kind of the, two sons in Liu Kang and Shang Tsung, and their rivalry kind of go back and forth. But, I added this picture because the one, whenever you see this one, you should be thinking of both the monkey and then also the dragon, and kind of in a battle back and forth. Episode 1, Star Wars, you have the one, where Anakin becomes the golden child, the Monkey King in that story he's found. And then you have Darth Maul, who's the dragon, and they fight Darth Maul on a bridge at the end, not by coincidence. So these stories are highlighting some serious or reoccurring ideas and concepts. And then we even have, coming out this year, we have Walking Dead. I think it's The Ones We Left Behind, but they purposely choose Rick, and then they purposely choose Michonne to kind of play on that dragon and the monkey. And, that's reinforced and highlighted in the artwork. You can see that has the dragon spirit in there, but also the sword and the monk and the monkey, So I haven't watched the show, but I can just tell by the marketing that it's playing on the dragon and the monkey, and this same actress, as I mentioned before, actors and actresses are reused for what they represent in the sky. Michonne's actor, or whoever the actress is that plays Michonne, is also Okoye, the Monkey King, or one of the Monkey King characters in the Black Panther series. But if you look at this actress Lupita's other work, she has a movie called Little Monsters, and she has the golden child, golden dress on it, right? Not by coincidence. And I always say this actor or actress is duplicitous, where they could be both a male and or a female. And if she is trans, she works really well because she has both the appearances of masculine and feminine. And it's really hard to tell where her body can be both, But I just added these pictures so you can see that she has a fascination with gold. She's in stories where she's going to be heavily associated with the Golden Child or the Monkey King, And these discs are often in stories where there's a Monkey King or a Golden Child or coming into a new age, like Tron, is associated with the Predator films. So, these are not, unique themes. These are themes that you see over and over with these kind of characters, where they're associated with recurring themes.
It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And another thing that stood out with me about this actress is she was at the Will Smith slap, when Will Smith slapped Chris Tucker. And Will Smith was, the way I look at it is, Will Smith was guided by the Jade Empress and Jada Smith to go up there and smack Chris, right, the son. And then you have this duplicitous character in her golden dress, the Monkey King, the golden child, sitting right next to them. So I always thought that was interesting. I noticed that right when it happened. I was like, out of all the people, they have her sitting next to them, and then they keep highlighting that, her reaction to it. But Marvel even did a Quiet Place reference in some of their comics, but it has a dragon on there kind of pointing at it. I added this picture of Ebony Maw from the Avengers, the Endgame series, kind of doing a Quiet Place. And that story is about these Q ships, right? Q as in the dragon, coming to invade, or, to be the precursor before Thanos. And Thanos is a personification of both the monkey and the dragon combined. All of his children kind of look like that. They're apes and dragons combined, kind of highlighting that the Monkey King, the golden monkey, Thanos, appears before the end of the world, or to bring the end of the world, as they do with that story. But even in the previous A Quiet Places, you can see the character who is, I think, deaf, this female. She is added with the golden aura around her, letting you know that at the heart of it, it's always been golden monkey or golden child versus the dragons, right? Jaden Smith, as I mentioned Jada before, Jaden Smith has a bunch of films where he's playing the golden child or the Monkey King versus the dragons in After Earth. He's also the, trained by Jackie Chan, the Tortoise and the Hare, and the Karate Kid. So he's a character who is heavily associated with this kind of golden child, the golden Jaden, or the Jaden monkey, son of the, the Jade Empress or Jade Emperor. But, and Jada Pickett Smith, she has the Red Table Talk, the Jade Emperor's Red Table. These are all references to higher level of storytelling that these characters, who are just personifying myths and stories of old and the sky, are playing on the world stage. But I thought it was interesting, being so that it's the year of the dragon, it's pretty obvious that we're looking at the dragon, the monkey, and the cat in this story, A Quiet Place. It's interesting to see, that there's no such thing as really an original story. These stories are just a retelling of the sky, and they're just mixed up and jumbled up, and they work because, there's truth to all of these stories. They're resonating higher sky stories. So when I think about this actress, just look at the role she plays. She plays Maz Kanata in the Star Wars. Why would they seek out Lupita Nyong to be the voice actress for Maz Kanata, right? And I tell you, it's because they're personifying higher levels of storytelling. Same thing with Andy Serkis. He does the body capture for Caesar in the Planet of the Apes, but then he's also playing Ulysses Claw in the Black Panther series. And that story, the Black Panther story, is really the Golden Child or Monkey King story being retold. And the Monkey King are often associated with a gauntlet or an arm going lost, Armageddon, as in Thanos getting the gauntlet. And you can see Ulysses Claw has the arm that converts into a weapon, like Iron Man. Iron Man 3 is a story about the Monkey King or the Golden Child or the prodigal son of the dragon. So these are all reoccurring themes. And A Quiet Place, being about the dragon and the monkey, I just always found it important that they always cover their mouth, kind of pointing back to 2020. But, I saw so many similarities in this character, especially with the Predator 2 film. And this actress and Danny Glover's outfit in Predator 2, the weapons of this in Predator 2. And Predator 2 is really just a retelling or a mix-up of the monkey versus the dragon story. And then we see that there's another Predator film, Alien vs. Predators. That series is also playing the same game where there's a female who works with the Predator and she becomes the Monkey King. And then there's a little boy who has the golden aura or the Monkey King Golden Child outfit on as well, and his name is Rory, kind of playing on the Simba, the Lion King, right? And at the end, they get the Predator's outfit, so you can kind of see it's these kind of same stories. So I just wanted to highlight this film, being so that it's the Year of the Dragon, and I've been outlining that it's the Golden Child, Monkey King kind of aura going on in these stories, and this year, and products being released, and this one was definitely one that stood out. But there's a lot more. We have Deadpool versus Wolverine, and they're battling the Monkey King and Cassandra Nova. We have the Star Wars coming out with the Golden Child, Monkey King, Jedi's in the Acolyte series coming out. And there's a lot more, as I mentioned. The Joker film coming out with Quinn, the dragon in it. And, you know, I just find it interesting that almost all of our products that come out during the Year of the Dragon somehow have this Monkey King and Dragon aura going on in it, you know. So that's the video. I hope you like it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you notice anything or any more stories with this Lupita Nyong actress playing in this kind of duplicitous role of the Golden Child, but also this duplicitous role of gender where she's both male and female, and also just kind of a symbol of the Golden Child or the Monkey King in stories about the dragon versus the monkey.